Well, I think Altera historically has innovated around software and architectures that has allowed us to deliver devices, for instance, with our programmable low-power architecture that optimizes both for performance as well as density and much lower power. On average, I would say within the Stratix 4 generation, which is in 40 nanometer, we have about 25% performance advantage over the competition while offering about a 35% power reduction. At the same time, we've innovated in transceivers, which are, of course, serial I/O. We offer up to today in 40 nanometer about 11.3 gigabit per second, which is almost twice the rate of the competition. What we decided to do is, instead of being second to the new process generation every time, as we have for many years, what Altera would also do is uniquely innovate around the process technology spectrum as well. So in 2005, we started a joint development project with TSMC, which has been our foundry partner, sole foundry partner for over 14 years. We co-developed the 40 nanometer process technology. This allowed Altera at the end of last year to actually bring out devices and start shipping the first devices in 40 nanometer in the semiconductor industry, all based on high performance, high density, low power architecture that allows customers to more readily replace ASICs and ASSPs to lower the overall cost of their systems. We find ourselves today in a great space in that this product has been accepted extremely well. Its design wins are a year to 18 months ahead of any previous generation of product line. We're also finding that this is the fastest ramping FPGA, not only in our company's history, but we also believe in the overall FPGA industry's history. So where in the last few generations, perhaps Altera's won about 50% market share in the 130 through 65 nanometer generation, all of this work was intended to win 60 to 70% market share, and we think we're well on the way to achieving that. I think Israel offers really a tremendous business base for innovation and has for a very long period of time, not only with startup companies and the startup heritage that's been in Israel, but also large multinational companies who've also moved in to take advantage of the great scientific and engineering workforce that exists here. So what we see is really leading edge companies and leading edge technology design in consumer communications, defense electronics, industrial spectrum, consumer space, and those areas are really perfect for our products. So we've seen strong growth for a long period of time in our Israeli business. We think that that growth is going to continue in the future. It's all about us getting out to the customers, not only to tell them that we appreciate their business and to share the roadmap information, but of course continue to service their designs so that they're successful in the future, and of course therefore we can be successful as well. I think the overall semiconductor industry has several challenges. Number one, the industry itself is not growing very fast anymore. If you look at 2000 through 2009, the industry in fact has not grown at all, which speaks to the need for consolidation in spaces. With consolidation, you have more market share, can afford the tremendously high R&D spend, and so I think that change will happen in the industry. Number two, I think the industry is also suffering from the fact that costs go up exponentially with every new process node, making it such that only the high volume consumers or manufacturers of chips can afford the new process nodes, or companies that produce programmable devices like Altera. Because while we don't have any one high volume customer, we do sell the same chip to many customers, and through the aggregation of all of that business can move forward in terms of new design and displace ASICs and ASSPs. So we're not seeing many new companies start. I think the innovation is going to have to come from some of the larger companies, but I do think that Altera is in a good space. We have a strong business model, strong balance sheet, aggressively investing in research and development, and we're also finding that even new ASSP companies are starting by developing intellectual property blocks on top of the FPGA to produce semiconductor products instead of starting with standard cells. And so I think that's helping to lower the barrier of this rising cost using FPGA as your delivery vehicle instead of a standard cell technology.